Morning, boys and girls. I hope you're well and enjoying yourselves in this lockdown period. Today it's Uncle Angelo's turn to bring you the children's talk, and today we're going to be giving you another story about hope. And today's hope story is about Jonah. So I'm going to tell you the story. Maybe you know the story, maybe you can't remember it, or maybe you don't know it, and hopefully you'll learn something today, a message of hope. Okay, so a long time ago in the Bible, there was a man named Jonah, and Jonah was a prophet, and that means he was a prophet. He received messages from God, and God told him to go and do things. And one day Jonah was walking along the road, and God said to him,
"Jonah, I want you to go to Nineveh to tell people about me and stop them being naughty."
And Jonah said, "I don't want to go to Nineveh." So Jonah ran off. And Jonah decided he wasn't going to listen to God, but he was going to jump on the nearest ship and sail as far away from God as he could. So he found a ship that was going to Tarshish, and he asked the captain, "Excuse me, can I go on this boat? I'm trying to escape from God." And the captain said, "All right, as long as you've got some money." So they exchanged money, and Jonah, the captain, and the crew sailed off to Tarshish. And while they were sailing, the water and the sea got really bad, and there was a really bad storm, and the boat was going up and down, and it was very scary. And all the sailors were praying to their gods, and everyone was trying to make sure that they wouldn't die. And the captain said to Jonah, who was sleeping, Jonah, can you help us? Can you help us calm the storm? Do you know what's happening?" And Jonah said, "The storm is God. He's cross with me, and that's why there's a storm. If you throw me into the water, the storm will calm down." But the sailors and the captain said, "Oh, we can't throw you in," because they didn't want him to die. They thought that he was being a bit ridiculous. But Jonah said, "No, throw me in, and the waters will calm down." So the captain and the crew threw Jonah into the water. Splosh. And as Jonah was swimming, as soon as he went into the water, the boat stopped moving in the sea calmed down, and everything was calm again, and everyone was afraid, and they thought surely Jonah was a man of God. And Jonah was in the water, and as he was trying to swim in the water, a large fish came up, and we don't know what type of fish it was. Some people say a whale, but I think it was more like a megalodon, like a large shark. And I'm sure you kids know what a megalodon is. And the megalodon is big enough to swallow a person whole, and it swallowed Jonah, and he was inside the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. And can you imagine what it'd be like being inside a fish for 3 days and 3 nights? It must have been scary. A bit like you in your houses now when you the lockdown and your mummy and daddies won't let you outside. It's a bit scary, isn't it? But imagine what Jonah was like inside the fish. I bet it was a lot scary, isn't it? 3 days and 3 nights inside a fish's tummy. And he prayed to God. He said, God, I'm sorry. You were right. Please give me another chance. And God listened to him. And he made the fish vomit Jonah out of his mouth. Woo! And Jonah said, God, give me another chance. And God said, go to Nineveh and preach to them about God. So Jonah went to Nineveh, and he arrived in Nineveh and he preached to everyone. He said, listen to me, people of Nineveh. Turn from your bad, naughty ways and be good people like God wants you to be. Else God will destroy the city in 40 days. And they all said, okay, we will. We realised we'd been naughty. And even the king said to Jonah, we will change our ways. And he made it a decree that everyone in the city had to change their ways. And everyone put on sackcloth and they asked God to forgive them. And God changed his mind and didn't destroy the city. And afterwards, Jonah was cross with God and he said, why didn't you destroy the city? And God said, because there were so many people in that city, I wanted to make sure that they could all be saved. So this is a story of hope, and I know you're all a bit down because you can't see your school friends and you can't see your gran and grandmas, and you're probably a bit sad. But at the end of this lockdown, it will be coming hopefully soon, and God will give us another chance to see our friends and family. And so don't be discouraged, and think about Jonah inside the whale's tummy for 3 days and 3 nights, and this will give you encouragement that God is looking after us in this difficult time. And have a good day. God bless. Bye-bye.